Hello and welcome back to Lord Fenton Gaming Plays Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. I'm your host Lord Fenton. In this Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition video, we're going to go on the main quest and we're going to start the Councillor's wife. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Do not forget to hit the notification bell so be updated and more. Last video we got the side quests, and now we're focusing on the story. Plus, in this video, we're going to talk to our two companions to get some more information from them. So, first thing we're going to do is talk about the love lair inside the King Crab Inn. So, let's do that.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I don't have, like our noble Captain Aureus before you. Which one? I've written, Esmeralda, more works of lyrical mastery than I can count. All that letter proves is my devotion to my lady, not any actual intention to do away with Jake. It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Councillor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wish the man harm.
You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bears? And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk, and cast aside from humankind, he thrived among his mother's ilk. So says the saga of Threes. Do you know it? The wise godwolf Amira raised the child Threes among her litter. So you see, I have good company. Threes the wolfson, and I the Bairdotr. In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. I am happy to have a friend in such a place. Ask freely, my friend. Your city is far more wild than Home Forest. In Home Forest, the rules are clear. In Home Forest, your strength and speed determine your fate. Here, a tiny screech woman, no swifter than a mudworm, might confine you into a tiny cage, and one must wait for a kind stranger to grant freedom. Jarrett, wise Jarrett, taught me the bird songs of our people. If not for him, I would never have learned more than the beasts could teach me. A beast's life is to survive. A human's is to know. I have learned all the bird song that Jarrett could teach. I remembered every word. These tales have brought me much pleasure. The remembering of the beasts is without lies. We know not to approach the wasp's nest because long ago one bear mother discovered its dangers. This she taught to her cubs, and those cubs taught the next. We do not remember Rito and the battle of the buzzing brutes. We remember only what is useful to us now. Rito will be forgotten. The beauty of the story will be forgotten, but the lesson will not. It is different between beasts and humans. I am lucky to enjoy both ways. He came to me when I was small, a fierce, wild one, yet unaware of the difference between the other cubs and herself. He called to me in a soft song. At first I thought him a great bird. We each reached out to the other. We found each other. Jarrett visited me often, and in time I learned his songs and more. When he built a small cabin within Home Forest, I hunted his food and fetched his water by day while he studied his books and his magics. By night, by the fire, he'd tell me tales of the world of people. Jarrett is my master and my friend, my teacher and myself. He teaches me and I care for him. I heard this was a place of many people, so here I came. I have seen more faces here in a day than I had seen in all the days of my life together. But I have not found the face I seek. Jarrett is missing. It is my duty to find him. That mystery is thick and ugly as a swarm of hornets. It started with a great disturbance in Home Forest. A terrible disease came in the night and turned the birds and beasts soft and foul as carrion while they still lived. I watched countless of my loved ones die, rotted from the inside. When I ran to Jarrett to tell him what I had seen, his reaction was strange. He had no answer. The next morning, Jared did not emerge from his room. I left him be, but after 3 days I grew anxious. I broke down the door and inside his chamber was nothing. His equipment, his books, all but some scraps of parchment were gone.
The man with many cheeses?
He was kidnapped, and all his research was taken with him. The only clue I found was a letter among the scraps. I could not make out all the words, but I recognized the threat. Death, coming for you. And the signature? Attenborough. I do not know the one called Attenborough, but I know that if I am to find Jared, I must start there. Whoever this Attenborough may be, I believe he or she may know where Jared has been taken.
With many cheeses?
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only ours.
Daemon Daemonium. I'll find you yet. May they be pertinent, Hunter. I am not from any place anymore. I go where my quest leads me. Besides, the name would mean nothing to you. The glorious city in the glorious kingdom where I was born. I remember them well, the sandstone castles, hued like the very sun that batters their battlements without rest. I can see them still. The fountained gardens and halls of pearl-colored marble inlaid with gemstones set in shapes of plants and beasts. Yes, I can see them still, though when I try to focus on their details, like mirages they dissolve upon approach. Time, it frays the foundations of memory, for 1,000 reasons, and for one especial. The 1,000 obvious ones are list with pleasure. The special one, that is my secret to keep. 1, their scourge taints the natural world. 2, their machinations irreversibly corrupt minds. 3, their perversions seek to end all beauty. 4, their schemes unhinge the fabric of space and time. 5, their presence distorts all intrinsic harmony. Hunter, I could find you cross-dressed under the spell of a dominant goblin, yet when next we'd meet there'd be no questions asked. I have my secrets. Undoubtedly, you have yours. They are ours to keep. More prey awaits.
I did include the companions after talking to the Duke. Yes, that little there I exposed to the Duke, it didn't really help anything like that, but still, it's good to do. So we're going to Esmeralda's shop. Now, I'll show you all how to get the key in case you don't want to waste any lockpicks like I did. So we're going to go inside, speak with her, question her like if we're like investigators, and I'll briefly talk about what's inside her shop too. So let's go ahead and talk to her.
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter? I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor, but his one and only princess just the same. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you? So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my headaches. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare. Well, what do you want to know? Saisu. Would you believe this dying metropolis was rather recently one of the realm's greatest assets? Our trade routes were the busiest thoroughfares in the land, before the undead took to dragging their carcasses across them.
They're nightmare incarnate, aren't they? Let a priest explain that to me. How we all supposedly become the gods' children in death, when in fact foul magic can bring us back and make us haunt our own kin in endless, mindless deviance.
This is her shop. We're going to be using this shop quite a bit. In fact, quite a few times actually. I'll explain why after I am done checking it out. So once I'm done shopping, our source hunters are going to chime in. Plus there will be a Steam achievement gained too.
She seems to be quite adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
It is time to go upstairs. It's better than using a lockpick to open the door. Reason being is there's a key. There's also another piece of evidence we're going to get. Well, it's not really evidence. It's for Jake's dog to sniff. Yeah, these. We'll use that later on in the video to show to Jake's dog. And since there are no guards here, feel free to take everything in sight, including the key. Yeah, we're actually hunting for a key. And yeah, I will put timestamps in the video. Now, I'll give everybody advice. If nobody's upstairs, steal like crazy, because gaining money in this game is not easy at times. So, steal away. And if you could pull it off, yeah, you could really get some nice cash. See, there's a diamond. I'm not going to sell that. I'm going to check that out if there's any use to it. Same thing with the star pebbles. Everything else is being sold. Let's grab that. And we'll check everything else out. And yeah, there's some barrels. You definitely want to move things around. You may never know what you will find. Sometimes I forget to do it. And yeah, there's a pumpkin. We got lucky. Whoo! Good. That means 3 of our characters should have pumpkin helmets. That's a good thing. Let's look. I'm just making sure everything I'm going to check out. Since I got high strength, I stack it all. And I see the key on the table. Alright, we got the house key. This is very important. We could do is go ahead and use the back way to get in. We're not going to use the front because the guards could stop us. And I don't want any hit with that or attitude hits. So we're going to go ahead right now and visit her shop. And yeah, we're going to sell what we just stole from her. You should definitely do it. You don't get caught, you could get some extra cash. Let's see. Oh wow, that's like very nice money. Yeah, we'll sell her that. We'll not sell the pebbles. We'll definitely sell her those. We'll hold on to that. And that's about 750 pieces of gold we just made off of her. Which is a great thing. Yeah, I'm going to eventually have to buy that dagger. Jahan, I'm going to use daggers for now. However, later on, I'll just put speed onto it. So this way is just for, combat reasons. No stabby, more like casting spells from afar. So let's go on in. Before we actually do that, I think it's time once again to make some newbie gear. This is the perfect gear when you're starting out. Those of you new at home, pumpkin plus knife equals fun. And since I have Jahan doing it, my results will be much better than 10 AC. I'm going to check. Okay, that's 15. One more, I would have swapped the pumpkin head out. But oh well. Everybody's going to get the pumpkin view anyways. We'll do that. We'll give him this, since he crafted some nice things. Then we'll give our huntress, aka Archer, a nice piece of armor. Yeah, everybody's going to have pumpkin vision here. And it's a pretty good item too. Really nice. So it's now time to go ahead and do some more crime. I mean investigating. Or I should say evidence getting. So you want to go into the house again. Not the front, the back. We have a key. So we're going to start hunting for more items. The first item on our list we're going to hunt for is the book. So you're going to go inside. Nobody's looking since we have the key. We can show that off. Close the door because we're about to do some stealing. Yeah, we don't want anybody looking around. And there is the book. Let's go ahead and grab it, then read it.
A book about setting up the perfect crime.
Esmeralda has interesting taste in literature.
There you go! I got the book. And that's a piece of evidence. I already got the second one, which is a love letter from Jake's room at the King Crab Inn. There's a key there. I'll point that out. Once again, since nobody's looking, go ahead, steal everything in sight. All these plates are gold, so you will get some nice cash out of it. There's 3 paintings, 2 on the wall. Let's see if I can grab it. There's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, we're going to make some money off of this. Yeah, when they say crime doesn't pay, well, in this game, crime definitely does pay. So we're going to go ahead and check the barrels, make sure nothing else is in there. We'll grab that too. I can make some more arrow stuff. And this is the next room. Now, you're looking for 2 keys. Well, actually 1. The other one's optional. It's the in-chest key. You definitely want to get it. Once you get the in-chest key, go back to the crime scene, then unlock that treasure chest, and voila, you should have the second evidence. I already did that already. So yeah, I just got the in-chest key. At this time, if you haven't got it, go to the inn, go to the crime scene, unlock that treasure chest, and boom, you'll be able to open it. Now, if you get teleported, it's your first time to the homestead. Either way, just make sure you get the treasure chest key opened up and get that letter. That's the second piece of evidence. So our next thing I'm going to do is, after looting everything in sight, at the time I didn't look hard enough for that chest key, so I decided to hold on to it. And I'll show you the location of that after the basement. So we're going for the third and final evidence in the basement. Now, at the time I thought the basement would be heavily trapped. No, it's not. I always use caution in this game. You may never know. Yeah, any places with a basement, yeah, always be cautious, even if it's not really dangerous. So we have finally made it. Autosave has now officially kicked in. If you're like really scared like I was at the time, go ahead and separate your party members, just in case there's any more traps in danger. Here, it's not that much. So our goal is simple. We're looking for the final piece of evidence. I'll point some of the stuff on the way that's very important too. So let's start our search. This is another spot, by the way, to get some nice loot. You'll see why. So I got my ranger with me. Well, ranger slash healer slash archer slash woman of the wild. And yeah, she has bully, which is very good. Arrow recovery is nice, and stench. I forgot to show that off in the last video. Stench added to gets dropped. However, great news is enemies will be less likely to attack her because she stinks. So you see those ham on the wall? Well, you can grab those. One of those behind it is a hidden switch. It will lead to the secret room, which I'm not doing anything there yet. Yeah, we accidentally did that, and we'll click that, and voila! Look what I found already. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and do some more exploring and more treasure hunting. Yeah, I might as well show you that. Now, that steel door is locked. We're not going to get through it yet. There's another key there, so let me go this way. And let's keep on searching. We'll grab that too. And let's see, nothing else is there. Let's check this out. Might as well grab some of this extra stuff to sell for cash. Yeah, money's good always in this game. Grab that, and there is the key. This key will lead to the steel doors, aka the steel storage area. We'll grab that pig too. It'll sell for a nice amount of money. Yeah, we're stealing everything in sight. Still, we're starting out. We need that cash, or say gold. Now, inside this area, some pretty decent things. We'll grab that too. You never know. Boo, no pumpkins. I want a fourth one. And voila, we unlocked something. And let's go ahead and loot everything in sight before going to the secret storage room. Yeah, it's time to definitely get some more loot. Oh, wow, there is a two-handed axe. That is level 7. Huh, I might switch that out, though, eventually. If I feel like it, unless it's no good. We'll grab this one, too, and another crafting book. We'll check that out. Nothing there. Must have learned it already. Adventurer's Field Guide. Oh, well. We're done with this room. Now it's on to the secret storage room where the final piece of evidence is at. So we got the love letter and the book on how to commit a murder. And we got some free experience points. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and just put everybody together. It's safe here. You're looking for it is a dagger. We're not going to get the bloody dagger yet, because I felt like it's a great time just to loot everything in sight. And yeah, I'll probably sell some of this back to her maybe, if she has the cash. Grab this. We'll steal that. Steal this. And we're going to steal more things. I mean, it's hard to start out, so that's why I'm doing it. And let's grab that too. Alright. This too. And as soon as I am done stealing everything in sight, getting some extra cash, we're going to go ahead and loot the table. That table is the third and final evidence. Very important to get. If you want to skip towards that, go ahead and do so. So I'm going to go ahead and get the dagger. I will return after our source hunter's reaction to it. And here we go on taking this dagger.
A bloody dagger? Could this have been involved in the crime?
It certainly piques one's interest, doesn't it?
Now it's time to go ahead and clean up the rest of this house. Let's go ahead and identify that. Let's see if it's any good. Alright. Perception, telekinesis. We'll get that wool too. Oh, by the way, if I remember right, I think it's 2 wool. We'll make a rope. Rope plus leather scraps equals a backpack. That's a tip from me. I'll show that off in the next video. At least the recipe stuff I did. It's a new thing I'm doing now for this game for some of the recipes I feel important. I'll have to probably show more of the crafting ones too, like for example explosive stuff and more. So I'm going to go ahead and show you where the room chest key is at for this room. Yeah, let's move that around. It's hard to see, but I'm going to try to do this right. Let me try to get this correct. Sometimes it's a pain to move things around, and I'm going to try to do it. Yeah, this is the PC version. Now the console version, I remember many years ago, that was even more of a pain in the butt. And there's your key. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this treasure chest. It's just random loot. Yeah, you always want to get random loot. You may never know. I mean, you might get something that's really good to use. I mean, come on. And inside, oh wow, nice leather bracers. Give that to my main guy. I can't equip it now. I could probably have to get rid of that. We'll give Jahan some mushrooms. And if they're really good, I'll point that out too. And let's go ahead and do this real quick. Voila! And we'll put this back. I don't need to carry that around. We got a lot of pangs, a lot of stuff to sell to this one gal. Oh wow, that's a good axe. I'll probably use that level 7 when it gets to 8. That'll be a perfect two-handed weapon for me. Since axes are really powerful from level 8 to beyond. Let's go ahead and drop that off. And also drop that. There you go. We're out of the house, so it is time to confront our shopkeeper. We got 3 pieces of evidence. Number 1, we got the book about murder. Number 2, we got the love letter thanks to getting the key here in the King Crab Inn at that treasure chest in Jake's room. And number 3, the bloody dagger. You're asking, okay, that's 3 evidence. Is she guilty? Well, we're going to just go ahead and confront her about it and see if she does give us any additional information to look at other people too. So same thing, go around. If you want to, go ahead and sell some stuff you just stole from this house. Which, by the way, you will make tons of money. So we're almost there. Let's go look for her. She is right there, and let's speak with her.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you would better find the evidence to back up your ridiculous claims.
Oh, that horrid tome of ill repute. It isn't mine, it was Jake's. He was a politician, don't you see? Always on the lookout for plotting rivals. Always trying to be one step ahead. Really, I should have thought a source hunter of all people would appreciate my dear husband's sense for survival.
Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool. This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus.
Perhaps it is you who should explain your presence in my cellar. And the dagger? It's simply a butcher knife used by my late husband to cut meat. He did so love to cook, the dear. What'll you think of next? Accusing me of bashing him over the head with a frying pan? But all of it is circumstantial. I've a perfectly logical explanation for every piece of so-called evidence against me, and yet you've been trailing me like a bloodhound. People seem to want to believe I am guilty, so let me tell you something I've been keeping to myself. Perhaps it may yet lead to the true culprit. Over the last few months, Jake grew distant and dark somehow.
Something in him changed. I can't quite put my finger on it, but he was no longer the gentleman he used to be. In fact, he scared me. It all began the day he met Evelyn, Master Theliron's apprentice. She healed him of what we all believe to be a fatal wound he suffered hunting boars. I think he became obsessed by her, or obsessed by the secrets I just know she holds. Talk to this woman. There is more to her than meets the eye. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she belongs to that sect. You know, to those who worship a goddess without name and practice rituals of blood. I never liked her from the moment I met her. Men cannot see past her beauty, but I have gazed her in the eye and it was death that leered back at me. She hails from Silverglen, a village in the forest north of Sicil. How she made it past the undead without a Legion escort, I'll never know. Though I can hazard an eerie guess. If anyone killed my Jake, it must be her. She had her claws in him for many long months, and finally she must have cut too deeply.
So, Esmeralda gave us a name, Evelyn. That is the healer's apprentice. So while I'm here, I might as well go ahead and offload some loot. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do this. Wait a second, that's too much. I don't want to give her too much. She don't have much gold left. That would be a very bad thing. Let's see if I'll just do that. And voila. That's good enough. I'll buy this dagger too. And then just use a paying for money. And there. We got it. And voila. We did it. So our next stop is Jake's dog. Remember the panties we got from the second floor? Well, guess what, everyone? We're going to go ahead and, of course, show that off to the dog. Now, this dog will help you out, really tell you who's guilty and who's innocent. And right now, I'm not going to get the guys because our cat friend slash powerful spellcaster, shapeshifter, or what you want to call him, did point out there was a man and woman at the inn. The same spot where Jake died. So the man was Jake, the woman was either Esmeralda or Evelyn. So we're going to see if Esmeralda is the culprit. This is a great way to tell you who's guilty and who's not guilty. So we're going back to the graveyard. This is where you go, past Evelyn's shop, past the mayor's house, and then just go north. And that's how you get to the graveyard. I'm just organizing the evidence right now. So this way when I do turn them in to the Legionnaire leader, it'll be much more easier. So we'll go this way. Now, in order to pull this off, once again, you will need Pet Pal. If you do not have it, gain a level, then get Pet Pal talent. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to be missing some crucial experience points. You should create a character at the start, by the way, with Pet Pal. It will help you out greatly. And let's go this way, and there is the dog.
Wow, that dead sheep smells pretty great. I mean, wow. But it's nothing compared to Jake. Seems like some mutt is marking my territory. If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake who ever jaked, I'll join you. No way. I mean, you smell pretty great. Even better than the dumpster behind the butcher's house. But the town is full of scary stuff like body snatchers and bathtubs. Without my best friend, the most awesome Jake ever, here to protect me, you know who I'm. I came here so I could smell Jake again. Someone stop. Listen, if you go around town and find someone who you think might have done it, bring me a really stinky something of theirs. And I'll see if I can smell Jake on it. An awesome smell. I couldn't mistake it. Esmeralda? Ugh, terrible smell. Like flowers and soap. Not awesome. Ugh, hated her. Aureus is kind of awesome. Evelyn, too. They both have a sweaty, dead thingy smell. Cecil, he's all right, I guess. Mostly he smells like old books, which is neither awesome nor non-awesome. Bring me anything of theirs, and I'll be able to tell you if I can sniff out Jake's smell on them. Jake has the best smell. I'd know it anywhere. Did you find something for me to stick my nose into?
This dog we met, how true a creature he is. How loyal and unwavering in its affections. His master is dead, but not even this, not even nature's great betrayal of life, stops his warm-heartedness from beating. Animals, dog and deer, elk and eagle. We burden and butcher them, wretches that we are. These pillars of creation, we topple them, though their spirits are so very pure. They do not scheme, they do not deceive. Perfidy, that is the human condition. This kind, this trusty beast, he is man's best friend, though man does not deserve one. Wise words. To approach humanity with the same distrust as one would approach a grinning goblin is to be ready for the stab that is to follow. I know. For I have lain on silken cushions in marble palaces, and I have lain on wet leaves in soggy forests. Vastly do I prefer the latter. Oh, the occasional thorn may pierce your skin, but at least you are aware the sting is not that of a poisoned needle hidden by aspiring rivals. In the animal kingdom only one is free. Beware the wolf, yes, beware the bear, but their rules are honest. The kingdoms of man, they are built upon the blood of the ones not strong enough to lay claim to power. This dog, it is a creature worthy of your affection. The ones you see around you, the men and women of this world, they are not.
Legs and run away? There it is.
After the dog pointing out that Esmeralda is not guilty, Jahan talked to us. I felt like that was important to show off. So there's another choice. Do we arrest Esmeralda or not? If we arrest her, that's Renegade. If we do not, that's Righteous. I feel like since I'm going the righteous path anyways, I'm not going to get her arrested. Reason being is the dog just proved that she's innocent. So let's go ahead and talk to the Legionnaire Captain, and here we go.
You, again. Do feel free to depart from Seal at your earliest convenience. What about it? Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition. Like I said, the girl's known to be a flirt. But that sob of a feral doesn't have the mettle to commit murder. And as far as I'm concerned, neither has she. How to plan the perfect murder? Really? Really? She might as well wear a dress with the words "I killed Jake and I liked it" embroidered on it. But that alone wouldn't suffice to convince me. So convince me, Hunter, and keep looking. The knife, the book, the letter, they seem harmless enough by themselves, but in conjunction they do paint a pretty grim picture. Fine then. If you're certain she did it, then I shall have Esmeralda arrested. Your responsibility, Source Hunter. Surely you have exhausted all the evidence that was to be found, no? A good bloodhound knows when the trail has gone cold. So be a good dog now, won't you? If you must. Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
We can't arrest her with only such circumstantial evidence on our side.
Right you are. Arresting someone without sufficient proof would make us tyrants.
How about you make up your mind before addressing me? All this pointless chatter is getting on my nerves.
The main reason why I picked Righteous, well, besides for the talent point, was the dog. The dog sniffed out, Esmeralda's personal belongings, and yeah, she was innocent. That dog helped out greatly. So that quest is now done. So here's a trophy/achievement tip I'll give everybody. So if you did Renegade and then you complete a mysterious murder, then you tell the guy we just talked to free her, Esmeralda, you'll earn a trophy/achievement for it. It's kind of funny and messed up at the same time. So I normally would have stopped the video here. However, there's a few steps I want to do in this town. So this way in the next video I can just do 1-2 extra things and get out of town. So now we got Evelyn, and we're going to go ahead and look into her. So you want to do is go towards the center of town, back to the healer's place. The same one where you do the apprentice and the stone. And yeah, we're going to do that in just this moment. So we're going to go this way, and we're enter the house. Now, you could talk to the one guy. He'll just give you some quest experience points and more. I decided to skip that step. You can do this step anytime you want to. I'll even show you in the video. And there. You are looking for in this house is a key. In Evelyn's backpack. So we're going to go ahead and steal some things. We'll grab that. We'll grab the backpack and more. Since nobody's here, we'll grab the key first. There, that's the key to the back room, and then we'll drag that, and this will have a key to her house. Oh yeah, we're going to definitely doing some breaking and entering here, folks. So let's get that, and we got ourselves a free backpack. That's good. So let's look around. Nothing else is there to steal. Now you definitely want to do is what I did later on is look inside the dresser drawers. There's another piece of evidence you could give to the dog. Now at this point, this is just optional and bonus. Reason being is we're getting some extra loot, so we'll grab the painting. We'll get some money off of that. We'll grab this doctor skill book for our huntress. She'll learn that. Let's go ahead and check the desk out. Oh, there's some good stuff in there. Okay, that's locked. This one's a little bit hard to reach. It's this one key. I believe it's a key to, who knows, I think maybe this place. We'll grab this. We'll grab that too. And I'm trying to look for the other key. It should be here somewhere, I thought. It's a little bit hard to find. Just use the highlight button. It should be definitely there. And nope. Now I'm just double checking. And let me try to highlight this correctly. Okay, that's the secret chest key. We'll leave that alone. I think that's something else. I'm not certain. But if I do find it, I'll point it out in a future video. And we found the key on the bed. After we did that, voila, we got some good things. Oh wow, that is actually a nice crafting belt. We'll give that to Jahan for now until I develop him to something less of that. You see his talent scientist gives him one each in blacksmith and crafting. So I'm taking advantage of early crafting for now. Later on I'm not going to do it until end game. Then Medora's going to be doing my crafting. She's going to be my crafter. And I believe that's it. Just double checking. Nope. So next stop is Evelyn's house, where we're going to go ahead and get some evidence. Yeah, that's right, everyone. We're doing another breaking and entry, and plus getting some cash out of it. It is now time to go to Evelyn's house. So from the healer place, just go through the back way, shut the gate so no animals will escape. This is not the house, so be careful. And we'll just ignore that for now. The other house, this is it. Yep, see, there it is. We'll get to it. I don't think there's anything else there. I'll just ignore that. We'll bust on in. And we're looking for 2 key items. So first one, there's a certain item we're going to get. It's in this treasure chest that is not locked, which is a good thing. So let me shut the door. Nobody's looking. And voila, there you go. Reveal spell. This is very important. Do not lose it. I repeat, do not lose that spell for any reason, or do not use it until the right time. That's very important item number 1. Number 2 is a journal. So we're going to go ahead and grab that, and we'll read the said journal. There it is. We'll grab it. Now we're going to go ahead and definitely read it.
So she's got a lair on the beach, does she?
Perhaps that's where she stashed Jake's body.
We have the reveal scroll, and we definitely have, that's important, is the evidence book. So what we are going to do is, before we actually go to the Legionnaire Captain, we'll get some few extra steps done. I will have to leave that alone. Something tells me when I find Evelyn, she'll have that key on her. And I read the book. Oh wow, bone dust. I'll learn about that. And we'll grab that too. Yeah, you'll always want to grab these empty bottles for a few reasons. Alchemy, yeah, that's right. If I remember right, I think it's those bottles plus oil makes something, and then you combine it with something else, and boom, Molotov cocktail. Really important to have, especially for your grenader. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just check everything else out. And my notes I wrote down says I should visit the healer's area. Yeah, I can't open it up. I tried again. Nope. So anyways, I should definitely do that. I was trying to bust it open too. That failed. Still, once I'm done goofing off, doing some epic fails, besides I'm using this practice two-handed weapon, that ain't gonna do much anyways. And I'll show you all how to get some extra experience points and a piece of Evelyn's clothing. Yeah, just like Esmeralda, we're going to visit Jake's dog. At this point, it will definitely confirm that she is 100% guilty. I want to definitely do that. I feel like that's extremely important. I'm just checking the house one more time, just in case I missed anything. I don't think so. And I believe it is time to go as soon as I just give a few more seconds to look around, and that's it. Now at this point, you're basically point to go outside a side seal. However, I just want to lock some extra experience points in. So I'm going to go through the front way, talk to the doctor. He'll give us some extra experience points and tell you basically go get the backpack. I should have did that first, but oh well. I was focusing more on getting the backpack since I know where she was at the time. So here we are, and I will return after.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? Far be it from her to tell her master what in the seven's name she's up to. The girl flew from here like she just heard the location of the Philosopher's Stone. She even left her pouch unattended in the next room. Most unlike her, to be sure. She usually keeps it within sight at all times. Very strange she'd leave it behind. It's in the next room if you'd like to take a look. I'd try her house, for starters. It's not far from here. I'll mark the location on your map.
It is time to look for Evelyn's piece of clothing. Now, like I did with Esmeralda, we're going to do Evelyn. And main reason I'm doing is for experience points, but still, I already know she's guilty. This is just a way to get some extra experience points out of the game. I'm trying to do at this point is to get to level 4, or attempt to, before actually getting out of Side Seal. And yeah, you should always invest in Pet Pal while I'm looking for the evidence. You never know, you find a quest, in this case, used to sniff out evidence. Yeah, the dog's very useful. More useful than the Legionnaires. Okay, we got the piece of clothing. Now there's other 3 pieces of clothing. They're male. And I'm not doing the male suspects yet until I'm desperate for experience points. Now you see the male suspects. Yeah, they were not there at the room at the time. They said it was a man and woman. Man's a Jake, the victim. The woman's either Esmeralda, which I found out it wasn't. Something tells me it might be Evelyn though. Well, then again, it is Evelyn because the journal tells it all. This is just at this point getting some experience points. Now, if you do not have Pet Pal, go get level 4 or so, or come back here for this step. So I'm going to go ahead and get some extra experience points now.
Wow, that dead sheep smells pretty great. Esmeralda, Jake has the best smell. I'd know it anywhere. Did you find something for me to stick my nose into? Evelyn, I always thought her stink was a pretty good stink. Let me give that a sniff. Whoa! This smells awesome! Too awesome! This has Jake's scent all over it.
That piece of clothing just shown that Evelyn is guilty. So you see Jake's scent is on Evelyn's clothing. That means she is guilty. It was on Esmeralda. She's innocent. Aureus, I don't know if I said his name right. The one that transformed into a cat said there was a man and woman going in the room at the King Crab Inn, which was Jake and a female. It was not the wife. No, it was the apprentice healer. So you just put two and two together. Yeah, it's Evelyn that did the act. So we're going to go inside, tell the Legionnaire leader that, hey, Evelyn's guilty. Go arrest her. Well, she disappeared from town anyways. This is just like a very formal thing to do. Also, the last thing I'm going to do in this video.
Oh, what now? What about it? It was stolen? Yes. Well, I assume it hasn't crawled back to its grave. So have you found any suspect? What is in her diary certainly seems to implicate she dabbles in sorcery. Well, you're supposed to be the source hunter, aren't you? Go hunt some source!
Here's a recap for this video. After I speak to my companions and the Duke at the King Crab Inn, I went to Esmeralda's shop, questioned her, went inside her house, stole a lot of things, including some evidence, showed her the evidence. Then I showed the Legionnaire leader the evidence. After I showed him that, said she was innocent. Went looking for Evelyn's stuff. Stole some extra stuff too. Found 2 key items, which is a reveal scroll and a journal that said Evelyn is guilty. All in the while, I used the dog to sniff out who's innocent and guilty. Well, everyone, that's it for my Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition walk through the Councillor's wife and more video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thank you for watching and have a great day or night. Please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more content like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestions on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestions on the bottom left hand corner. Have a great day or night and do enjoy the barbecue.